We have to stop trying to educate anti-Semites, and we have to hurt them instead. It is the worst it has ever been. This is the most dangerous time to be a Jew in our living lifetime. Stop trying to cure them. Stop trying to heal them. Stop trying to heal anti-Semites and hurt them. That will make them stop. They will stop out of fear because they know they will get hurt. They will stop because it is unpleasant to get hurt. If someone transgresses and is anti-Semitic, you must, to the best of your ability, ruin their fucking life. Ruin their fucking life as best you can. So that is the future of stopping anti-Semitism. It's not education, it's fucking hurting anti-Semites.
Israel. Israel. The ADL. This can't stand. If you want to make me fucking hate the people you want me to like, keep doing this. Keep telling me you're going to put me in fucking jail for my opinion. In this case, an opinion I didn't even hold. You give me the fucking list of what I'm not supposed to say about Israel, about what I'm not supposed to say about Jews, and you make that illegal, I'm going to say it every fucking day. And I am anti-Israel, period. I am fucking anti-Israel. Because the ADL, I know the ADL doesn't work for Israel, but if Israel doesn't shut their fucking dog down, which is the ADL, their little attack dog, they can shut them down tomorrow. Shut them the down. I can't have the ADL and this law at the same time. I cannot have the ADL in business, accusing people of being Holocaust deniers with this particular system. Israel. Israel. The ADL. This can't stand.
In some ways, 2024 has turned out to be a dud of a year, if only in comparison to the madness of 2020. But that's not to say there hasn't been some interesting developments so far. It's an election year, but that kind of seems to be in the background. Trump is in court all the time, and we know Biden isn't really running the show, and we know the positions of each side. The Republican debates were pretty much pointless, except we got to see the GOP establishment really show their true colors again. I mean, it was like they were running for office in Israel. It's bizarre to see how blatantly these people just openly worship a foreign nation and expect us to as well. On top of this, you have Israel going crazy in Gaza. I mean, they have killed over 12,000 children, which is just insane. And that's kind of why everybody's upset. It's just how they're handling their response against Hamas. And not even against Hamas, but everyone but Hamas, seemingly. Now, the left protests this in only the way that the left knows how, which is by being retarded and completely missing the mark and doing things wrong. But then on the right, you have Republican governors bringing in the military to shut down hate speech against Israel. I mean, they won't even do that for the border. You have Daily Wire firing Candace Owens for simply acknowledging the war crimes happening in Israel. You have Congress trying to pass a bill that would make it illegal to say that Jesus was murdered by the Jews, which is simply a historical fact. But it reveals that if there is a conflict between the two religions, Judaism takes precedence over Christianity. If the Jew is offended, it is the Christian who must shut up, or else. And this has overwhelming bipartisan support. You have Congress trying to shut down TikTok because the ADL doesn't have it under its control, and Israel is losing control of the narrative amongst young people. You have Ben Shapiro out there trying to spin things like Biden is controlled by the pro-Hamas lobby. We're supposed to follow the money and figure out who's controlling Biden. That's seriously his take. I don't think he's going to like where that goes. I mean, here's a list of Biden's top 20 Wall Street donors. Do you see a lot of Hamas names on there? Yes, Joshua Bekenstein and Daniel Abraham. These are the top Hamas donors of Biden. And it's these unlikely Hamas agents that have control of Biden. And they're making him do terrible, terrible pro-Hamas things like give $20 billion to Israel so that Israel can keep killing 100 Palestinian kids a day. So that they can keep making mass graves with hundreds of bodies of Palestinian women and children. This, supposedly, is where the money leads us to. Instead, we see that Biden has been given $11.1 million from the Israeli war lobby. We see that Speaker of the House Mike Johnson was given $95,000 from AIPAC after he signed the $14 billion aid package to Israel. In fact, AIPAC is his top donor, and he received $104,000 from them just last year alone. Everybody loves to talk about how our politicians are corrupt, but once you start talking about who's buying them off, well, oy vey, it's time to shut her down. No, literally, it's time to shut TikTok down. Israel is our closest ally because, as we're told, Israel is a democracy. It's not like all the other countries around it, which are Islamo-fascist regimes and under Sharia law. No. Israel is different. It's like us. It supports free speech. It supports freedom. Yeah, except you can't preach the gospel there. But, that's illegal. But it's that dedication to freedom of speech that we have here. That if you criticize Israel here in the U.S., they'll put you in jail. That's what they want to do. That's what they're trying to do. They will
ruin their fucking life.
They will embrace anti-democratic measures to ensure democracy lives on. And this is by far the most interesting part of 2024. The Great Noticing. The Great Disillusionment. Pulling the curtain back and seeing who's really back there. And it's funny to see the ignorance of these people who are starting to notice, and they're starting to experience the same censorship and anti-democratic treatment that we have been experiencing for years. And it's funny to see how people like Charlie Kirk, well, he has to apologize for continuing to associate with Candace Owens after she got fired. But he doesn't have to apologize for collaborating and having a working relationship with Rabbi Shmuley, who literally runs a dildo company with his own daughter. We're in a good timeline right now because it's all so easy to see. Everything and everyone is just masked off, and there's no excuse to not see what's going on right now. And it's going to be interesting to see where it all goes from here. Anyways, that's all the time I have for this one. But if you enjoyed this video and type of content, consider giving this video a like or maybe subscribing. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.